one pan. So if you heard me, I said one pan. That is from one pan indeed. Okay, so how do you find the same thing? All right, here I'm going to show you. We live? We on? All right. What's up, everybody? What up, everybody? What up, everyone? So I'll go use editor now and edit out which one I like best. Or will I? I want to share about how to find gold. Um, and maybe it's a little bit of a different way than what you've seen before, and that's why I wanted to share it, because I don't want to say, here's how to gold pan, and there's 5 million videos about how to gold pan. Although, you know, a different perspective, different person, everything, that you know, puts a twist on it. But anyway, so people have used Google Earth before and Google Maps, and it's really cool because we have this tool that the old timers didn't have, you know, clearly. Because they were really good at finding gold and they took a lot of it and they got all the easy stuff, more or less. But they didn't have tools, you know, like what we have today. You know, didn't even have metal detectors till whatever period that was made. So anyway, here is a bird's eye view of Google Earth looking at a place that I have sampled all through here to test the theory that I'm going to share with you. Now, it's not just looking at the river and looking at these bends, okay? What we're doing is taking a much bigger view. So like right here is a good example. Right here, water's going to be coming down. It's going to be turning here, where that 97's at. It's going to be flowing through here, and it's got a lot of momentum, and it's going to, bam, it's going to turn hard right here. So gold is going to be deposited here. Now, let me just show you why this is different. If we zoomed in, if you're here in real life, you know, you're going to be really small. You're going to be looking at the river. You're not going to be able to see this lay of the land like this. You'll be able to see a little bit of it, the hills and stuff, but you're not going to be able to see it like this. So you might go here and gold pan, you're like, well, here's an inside bend, so I'm going to go ahead and sample this area. Well, that area is not going to have anything in it, because when the gold was first, you know, alluvial and moving with the water and coming down, and this whole area would have been flooded and the river would have been massive. It would have been going straight through here. So if you go and sample that, you're wasting your time. Now, I went there to test this and I sampled the whole area. There's nothing. So now let me show you. It banks hard, turns right here. So is there going to be gold here? Yes. Now it goes here, and it's going to just go straight past this. So again, if you're there, you're like, well, here's a nice big bend in the river. I'm going to sample here. You're wasting your time. The water is picking up its momentum, and it's going straight through here. And now the more momentum it's going to get, that's really important, because you don't want to just look at a spot where you have a little bit of a straightaway and then a hard bend. Is there going to be gold right here? There will be, but you have it, the water's slowed down, it's going, a little bit, it's turned, slowed down a little bit, and it's going. Now here you have this big stretch like a runway. So the water's picking up its momentum, flowing through here real fast, and then banks right here and turns. And now it's not just going to dump gold here right where it turned, because the water is hitting right here, so it's backing up. You know, it's slowing down, and so it's going to be pushing back. So all of this area here, right in here, is going to have gold, and it does. It has quite a bit. So let's just, if you zoomed in another one of these spots here, so like right here for another example, you would be out here and you're just looking at this from what you can see, and you see, well, here's some big boulders. There might be some gold trapped behind it. Here is a bend in the river. So here's a nice inside bend. So if you cross the river and go sample there, might be gold. But again, there isn't. I mean, of course there's going to be some tiny amount. You know, there's a little bit throughout the entire river here and there. Generally speaking, there's none there, and I've sampled that. I've even made a hand dredge and went down to those big rocks, and it's nothing but really yucky dirt. So you can pretty much do this with any of the rivers. So right here, any river where you're at too. So right here, you're looking at this river as it's much bigger than just what you see today down in here going like this, right? So here, the river would have picked up a whole lot of momentum, banked a little bit, and now even though this turn isn't a huge, angle because of all that momentum that it's getting and then it's turning, you are going to have some dropout right here. Then you pick up a bit of momentum, see how long that is compared to how long that is. So it's still a bigger straightaway. Like right here, there's a bend. You don't have a real big straightaway here though. Right here you have a pretty big straightaway and then it hits. So wherever that 97 is at, there's gold, and I've sampled it and there is. So you pretty much do this with all the rivers. So again, right here, if you're there and you're looking at the river, you're going to see this inside bend here, and you're like, oh, I'm going to sample that. And then you're not going to find anything, and you're going to be like, well, I don't understand why there isn't gold here. Well, we zoom way out, and all this was underwater. This whole area, there's some GPS coordinates for you. This whole area would be underwater. All this would be underwater. This, all right here. So the river would be huge going like that. So another thing you can do is it's like a simple moving average. Like candlesticks and stock market. So if we take a screen print of this area, this is a thumbnail that we were working on with one of the last videos. I thought was pretty funny. It's Greg running down the hill with a wig on, actually, just being jackasses, but it was pretty funny. It was meant to be funny, and I thought that it was. All right, so let's do new. I'm gonna put this screen print here, and then I'm gonna use a wider, wider dot basically to show how big the river used to be versus what you're seeing now, and then you'll be able to see these straightaways and everything. And yeah, we'll be able to make even more sense of this here. All right, so here's the river in question. Now, does it help to be in Colorado? Yeah, I would think that it would, but North Carolina, Texas, Nevada, California, there's gold. There's gold out there to be found. So let's use the paintbrush tool here. Now this, let's do another layer so I can get rid of it if I want to. Now this here, let's do blue, kind of a bright blue so we can see it. This is about the size of the river right now. Let me turn up the flow. See, this is the river now, today. That's what you're going to see when you go out there and you're going to sample, not knowing any better. And this is not where it dropped out the gold following these ridges. Okay, so here's today. And now we're going to do a bigger one. And it'll help to put this in more perspective. And then what I did is I printed this out. I worked with some things like this. I printed them out, took them with me, and went out there and like I said, tested the theory, and it's very, very accurate. And people are like, well, how do you find gold here? And this is how. This is the secret, if you want to say. This is the trick. And why do I share it? Because I can do it. I can look at a river and I can go and I can do this anywhere. And now you can too. So I'm not too worried, Plus, if you look how big this is, we're not looking at the river now like this, but this. And so these areas where the gold is dropped out is huge. It could take me more than a lifetime to pan through and sluice through all of these areas that I'm going to show you. So there's no need to try and hide it and everything. All right, so let's do this even bigger. So this, we can say this is about how big the water could have been if there's a flood coming in through here. And let me look at my area right here. Yeah, so this is pretty good. Because see, now when we go through with this, it's going to get rid of a lot of these bends and turns that you're seeing. It's going to completely wipe them out. And that's exactly what happened in real life, and that's why you have gold where you do. So let's change the color so we can differentiate here. I guess it doesn't really matter. Pink's fine, whatever. All right, so here, I'll show you we're going to get rid of that bend right away. So that'll help you right there, because then you're going to say, okay, nope, there's nothing there. Don't even try sampling it. We're pretty much going to go ahead and just destroy that bend too. And all these little bends. So here's the water. What happened? Straight through. I can turn the flow down on this to show you. Oh, I'm on the same channel. All right, let me put this on a different channel, and we'll do that again. Okay, so here's the water coming through, straight through here, straight through there. Okay, now if I turn this down, look at all the inside bends and twists we just got rid of. And that's reality. This is what happened. All right, so we'll keep going. Straight, no bend there. Straight, got rid of those bends. Straight through here. Now there you go. There's a real bend when the water was big, right there. So that is going to be a place to sample. Water coming through here, turning right here. This could be a possible place, but you don't have a nice straight line there, so the water would be a little bit slower. Okay. Straight through there, no bends. Bam, hard, right there. That's where you want to sample. Comes here, straight through, got rid of all the little bends and twists are there, and then banks hard. So right here, that's my spot. A lot of videos, this is it. There's good gold right there. Now this turns, banks hard. Now those banks, there's going to be gold there because it's such a good big bank, but you don't have the momentum of the water, so it's not going to be as good as where you would have a bigger straight line. That particular spot anyway, it's illegal. Just right there, it's closed, it's off limits. So this is like a simple moving average here. So that is a lot different than that. And there you go. That's how you can look at a river, Google Earth it, do this, go out in the real world, sample based off this, you're going to find gold. I mean, if there is gold in the area, if there is gold around there, using this, you'll find it. And not just, one little flake or one little speck out of 10 gallons or 10-gallon buckets. If you use this method and you're in a pretty good area to begin with, your chances are going to go way up.